actually the idea of big data in casinos, it actually originated with the measurement of slot play. And it occurred actually in about the late 60s, early 70s. And as the folklore is told, Harrah's in Reno ran this premium promotion, this premium points promotion. And it was one of the industry's first player loyalty programs. And so what Harrah's did is the Harrah's employees, they would watch players wager on slot machines. And what they would do is they would issue these paper coupons for every $20 played. So these tickets then could be exchanged for prizes like toasters and transistor radios, and if you remember that, and TVs. And so if you think about this promotion, everything was kind of manually tracked here, and it was fraught with inaccuracies. There were these high administrative costs because you had to have all these people like actually would watch other people and how they would bet. So then we fast forward to 1983, and then the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas, they improved on this idea of premium points by installing these automatic ticket dispensers. And what they did is they installed them on their slot machines, and then for every $50 wagered, there was this ticket that was issued. So by automating the play measurement in this way, the Golden Nugget actually reduced the program costs, because now you don't need to invest in having all these people watch all these people play, and then also you don't need to, you actually get a lot better precision when it comes to measuring the player's worth. And this was actually developed by John Akers, who is actually the father of the modern player tracking system. But that is kind of the story of how, if you think about player tracking and how that actually was created, it actually came out of that. If you actually fast forward maybe about a decade from the premium points concept from Golden Nugget, with the Golden Nugget folks, when they just they revved on that more, and you go forward probably about 10 years, you actually get to Harrah's. And Harrah's was probably, at that time, was probably the leader in big data and big data analytics. And they introduced this concept called total rewards. And this was really the first real loyalty program in gaming that used track play to incentivize player loyalty. And that program ultimately became the gold standard that other player loyalty programs would copy. And the rise in carded play changed the way in which casinos actually looked at their players. It changed the way in which they looked at preferences of players. It changed the way in which casinos would look at spending habits, because now suddenly you had players who could be identified. You had players that could be segmented. You had players that you could suddenly evaluate their worth, and then ultimately, out of that, you actually had incentives that could be offered to these players at a much, much greater level of precision, because now you're able to actually track all that play. You actually see what they're worth, and you actually give them a reward that's commensurate with their worth to the casino. So the total rewards loyalty program, that really sealed Harrah's reputation as this innovative pioneer in big data for marketers, well before that term big data had even been coined. The term big data was coined probably in about 2009, 2010. This was like the end of the 90s, and Harrah's was doing this.